Good morning and welcome back to it, guys. Your Friday edition of the Now Morning Show continues with conversations of AI versus human intelligence. This one is brought to you by HRMATT as we are joined by the Vice President, Kimberly Chan, this morning ahead of their event on the 11th of September at the Hyatt Regency. So, Kimberly, good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
I'm excited to have the conversation with you, particularly from the workplace perspective. Everybody's up in arms because the thought is that AI is going to replace humankind in the workplace. Where does HRMATT stand on that thought?
So I'll be very honest with you. We recognize that AI will replace some jobs in the workplace, but I'm also here to assure you that it's going to have a lot of emerging jobs as well. So it's not just going to replace, but it's going to create opportunities in various fields for emerging jobs.
Perfectly done. It makes sense because human resources management is what you're in the field of, and we know the value of the human being anywhere, any industry. It helps to be enhanced, if you will. And so events like this one that is happening at the Hyatt on the 11th is meant to do just that, I assume. This one is talking, yes, about the human versus AI concept, but in the form of C-suite. So what does that actually look like? How will this event take shape?
So for anybody who has not been to it, you're missing out, certainly, about good conversation, good food, and powerful networking, because it creates an opportunity for very powerful networking. We will have some remarks from the Minister of Tourism. He's going to talk about AI and the tourism industry. And I know that's emerging, again, a top conversation about Trinidad and Tobago and tourism. And I know the government has taken some great strides in the introduction of AI. We've seen it in the health sector with the introduction of robots, and we're going to have different perspectives. So we will start off. Luckily, this time around, I get to host the event. We'll have our president doing some opening remarks. We'll have the Minister of Labour talking about AI and the tourism sector. We are also going to be joined by one of our friends from Ghana, Rita Kusi. She's a consultant, and it's just to show that HRMATT is not only looking at the local and regional landscape, but we are also considering what's happening across the globe. And we recognize in having some of those conversations that similar things are happening at a very fast pace, and we have to get into those conversations where we prepare well. We will also have the panel discussion, and we do have excellent disruptors on that panel. So once the panel is done, we are also partnering with Lucent Research to launch a research, because HRMATT recognizes that there's a lack of data within our region, and we are also friends with Lucent Research. And note that I always say friends because HRMATT recognizes relationship and partnerships to create those opportunities and provide data for everybody that is attending and to our members.
Beautiful stuff. Now, if you're not necessarily in the field of HR or even a part of HRMATT as it stands, officially anyways, is it an event that you need to be pre-registered for or can register for still as an individual or group?
So firstly, this is not for HR practitioners only, so our C-suite conversations are for the C-suite as well. A conversation like this, we've been marketing this to almost anyone because it's going to affect persons. We do have the technology persons, we do have the AI specialists in Trinidad and Tobago, the disruptors, and we do have on our panel as well people who stand firm in in HR and believe that human intelligence cannot or will not be replaced and is still needed. So we have a very powerful panel. You don't have to be a member to register. We welcome persons. You know you're always welcome to HRMATT as well. And registration can be done by contacting our secretariat, visiting any of our social media platforms and our website. We are on every single platform. You can even reach out to any one of the directors and we will definitely help you. We also have the opportunity for companies to send their team, because you want an HR person there, you want your CEO, and you also want your technology people to get in that conversation.
Right. Now, as you mentioned, being on every single platform, the event will be streamed at all for those who want to join from overseas or across the globe.
We always have an opportunity for a virtual audience. And again, because we have persons regionally, we certainly will create that opportunity once. But we encourage people to come out because, again, HRMATT is all about the power of networking. And we recognize that people need to come out.
Now, coming out of this discussion, you mentioned that there will be a research or data that will be captured. research projects and those sorts of things will benefit everyone, but how will we access that information?
So HRMATT is about data sharing, and this is really being handled and launched by Lucent Research. And I know the information is definitely going to be shared because we are asking persons who are registering to participate. We will have the information, and HRMATT is aiming to do more things like that.
Now, speaking of more things, you usually have a calendar of events that you could almost rule out to us. So this, I imagine, is the first of a number of conversations that will be happening over the next couple of months, if I will?
So every quarter we have a C-suite conversation. We try to look at different topics, and I can certainly say this is not a first, but it's one of many conversations along AI and HI, and we do have some sessions, we do have some training courses that will be launched right after, so that people keep in mind, and we are prepared and we are advanced, and we are preparing our HR practitioners to deal with these changes in jobs, and let's see the positive in it. You know, HR practitioners look at processes and how can we help our employees to get things done, especially the mundane things that people generally don't like to do.
If only we could apply that across the board. I know you're saying the HR specific, but does that mean then we are looking at before the end of the calendar year? Or
Definitely.
are we looking into 2025?
So we will have those training courses happening this year, and this is actually our last C-suite conversation for this year, as we still have our legacy awards and all of the things that will be happening at HRMATT, but this is our last C-suite conversation until next year, March.
Right, so let's talk about how people can get on board. Yes, we know they will have the opportunity to digitally connect in terms of streaming, but individuals and groups can register still, yes?
Yes, members and non-members, and we do have a very strong team of panelists. So just to share with you, we do have Mr. Sean Clark from Amplia Technology. We do have Dr. Hyacinth Guy, who's going to well represent the HR practitioners and this human intelligence that, you know, HR practitioners often believe can't be replaced. We have the disruptor, Mr. Leslie Lee Fook. You know, he's really director of AI analytics and doing great things around the region. And like I said, he is the disruptor on that panel. We do have Dr. Navi Murad Ali, who is a medical doctor and has also launched Patient Connect. So he has this virtual EAP that's working very well. Members can also look at partnering or looking at how HRMATT can get them on board to this virtual EAP. We have Mr. Ian John, another one who can be a disruptor, but publicly known. We do have Mr. Erwin Williams giving government perspective, and we have Zia Payton, who is globally working with the PwC team and doing wonderful things as well for the region.
Quite a team there. Granted, though, that you have a number of panels, any of the themes or sub-themes, I should say, that you can share with us?
Well, the panel is going to be talking very much about the AI, and we have Dr. Hyacinth Guy, as I said, talking about the HR. So we just have the general team, and we engage with the conversation. We open up for questions, and depending on how those questions come, it changes the whole dialogue sometimes, because you never know what's in the mind of people, especially for emerging topics and things that are going to affect you as an individual and as a leader as well. Right.
That definitely has been seen in a number of forums recently, so hopefully it doesn't get too disruptive, if I may say so.
We like the disruption at HRMATT, though.
The place to be. Now, in terms of the registration, again, you said non-members, individuals, groups can also register. Registration is still open. What are those figures? Where do we do that?
So every one of our social media platform has the link. Contact our secretariat. So we have Facebook, we have X, we have LinkedIn. We have our website, www.hrmatt.com. Once you register there, our team is going to get in contact with you. You can actually pay online. Members get $500, non-members $600, and groups of 6, if your company wants to get a table, $3,000. And we are still open to sponsors. We do have TSCT and Amplia coming on as sponsors, but anybody who wants to get on there, we will definitely have that discussion as well. So we are welcoming our sponsors.
Good. September 11th is just now, when you still have some time. And in terms of persons beyond that date who want to become a part of HRMATT or get involved in other programs that you may have, the short courses, or just become part of the organization.
Say media, all our social media platforms, any director, our website, just get in contact with any one of us, and we'll be very happy to share with you how to become a member. We welcome general members, associate members, and just affiliate members as well. So you don't have to be an HR practitioner. You can be a student, you can be an executive, and we welcome you because we cater for everyone.
At the end of the day, we all need to understand as resources to any entity the value we bring and how we can enhance that. So we completely appreciate HRMATT for the job they continue to do throughout the year, bringing forth these sorts of platforms and conversations. And that means that you can head on to Hyatt on the 11th of September. That is a Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 12 noon. Now, the event starts at 7. What time would you recommend persons get there? Is there any sort of pre-registration or anything of the sort?
No, everything is done online. Our ushers are always ready to accept you. You get validated. I would say get there like 6:45. Breakfast is still from 7, and we try to get started promptly between 8 and 8:15.
All right, and in that case, Kimberly, I really appreciate you making the time to come through, letting us know of this event in particular. And I look forward to the others, including those short courses that I think I'll digitally connect with to enhance myself as we get ready to discuss human intelligence versus artificial intelligence with HRMATT as per usual with their C-suite conversation.